My suicide ideology has been just to pray to God and say, please, just take me tonight.
My self-esteem was at zero. I didn't feel worthy of people. I didn't like myself. And I think if maybe I could have cured that as a child, it would have made a difference.
I was suicidal right after my daughter was born. Then I was suicidal about a year ago because my mother had died and my dad wasn't doing very well. He's still not doing very well, but I just thought I had a bleak future ahead of me.
The primary reason people come to Concord is for therapy. The primary issue that they bring to Concord in therapy is depression. So I deal with a lot of clients that are suffering from depression.
I usually cover up with acting silly, trying to keep a smile on my face even though I'm going through a lot. So everybody thought I was just happy and I wasn't going through anything deep inside, but I really was.
I was just in a not healthy environment, surrounded by people who did not care about my actual emotions. They cared about having fun, but it was a lot of self-medication. The drugs, the alcohol, it was all about something inside of me that I felt was missing. Then I was tired. I was tired of fighting against being sad, and I was tired of not liking who I was. And I was tired of being a burden. And I think that is the mindset that got me to that bridge, that maybe if I walk out there and maybe if I fall, then I can't hurt anybody anymore, including myself.
I know when we were dealing with this in our lives, when our son was in high school, we really didn't reach out to anybody because we were trying to protect him. We weren't sure how it would be perceived in his classroom with his classmates, and that shouldn't be the case.
Receiving mental health care sometimes depends on whether you want to tell your family, because for many, many decades, you were seen as flawed if you had depression.
Unfortunately, there is a growing need amongst today's kids in society to have mental health support. When you think back to our childhood, things have dramatically changed and evolved, that the sophistication of today's kid is extremely different than it was 25 years ago.
Our young people today are exposed to so many different options in their life, many of which are negative and have negative consequences.
There's instantaneous information available to kids because of technology that could also result in instantaneous bullying or bad behaviors or poor choices.
I spend a lot of time talking to parents who have kids with mental health issues, and it's hard to find any services. Where do we go and what do we do?
We were scared. We found ourselves in this dark place and we felt like we were managing this big thing all by ourselves and didn't really know what to do with it.
The stigma is, if I get help for that, then everyone will know. Well, interestingly, no, they won't. Not in the way that we deliver mental health services. It's private and it's personal.
I have educators that are trained to help kids understand content. I need third-party resources and clinicians to be able to work with kids beyond the expertise of a classroom teacher or a building administrator. So Concord's filling that need for us in the New Albany Plain Local Schools.
The need is so great, and sometimes we just don't have the resources to serve everyone in the community, and that is our mission, to serve as many as we can.
People should be able to have a community resource, be able to have access to mental health care when they need it.
We need to give them assistance immediately. We need to give them help. We need to give them support. And that's what Concord does on a daily basis.
But I recognize there are people in the community that might not need it, and I'm glad for them. That's wonderful. But I do want to just put a reminder out there that 1 in 4 people, I think is a statistic, do.
When you see someone who could barely get out of bed for days upon days, and you see them then come in and greet you with a smile, and they say, "I'm so glad to be here," and I hear the therapist say, "It's so good to see you." And to see them just blossom, to bloom, I think that's one of the most incredible things that you can see in a human being.
Concord helped to liberate me. This ring, I have others like it. My mother once said to me, "Michael, why are you wearing girls' rings?" And so I took them off. And it wasn't until I got into the DBT group about a year ago, and I know this sounds small, but I felt I had made steps with DBT therapy that I like this ring. It doesn't define who I am, feminine, masculine, gay, straight. I like the ring. And that sounds small, but that was huge. And with that comes hope and self-confidence and better self-esteem. And it started by deciding one morning, I'm gonna go to Concord and wear one of my rings.
Concord did a lot for me. I must say, they made me a better person today. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be at, to be honest.
I wouldn't be here without the help of my friends and my family and Concord specifically. So if you are in a dark place and you don't feel like you have anywhere to go, go to Concord, because they will help you.
It's about access, and it's about creating capacity here at Concord to be able to serve more people. That 1 in 4 that we're seeing and bumping elbows with on the street, in our classrooms, at our workplaces, in our community. So when people do need it, they have it here at Concord.
We need your help. We need your assistance. We need your finances. We need to give mental health a higher priority than it is given right now.
Knowing that we can talk, we can cry, we can share, and it just has been a great net of support so that I can continue to improve and find my better self.
We need more help. We need to know more about it. There is a huge need. My hope is that every school in Columbus and in Ohio would have a prevention clinician in their schools helping their kids.
I see Concord as being another pillar of our community. We have great government services, we have an awesome library, we have great public schools, we have awesome parks and rec, we have dedication to promoting the arts, we have access to health care, and we've got access to mental health care with the services that Concord provides. And wow, I think that's pretty awesome. And I want to be a part of a community that recognizes all of those facets that people need.
Concord has helped me a lot. They helped me get on my feet. They helped me get a place. They did a lot for me. If it wasn't no Concord, I'd probably be dead or in jail. Yeah.
Don't go through with a suicide, just get the help, and once you get it, then I think you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel.